I can't remember exactly, but I think I had to be around like 15 or 16 years old. I used to hang out in a clan chat a lot, and I was one of the people everyone seemed to have a liking to because I always found myself to be a funny guy, and I also had some pretty respectable 99s. I talked to pretty much everyone and got along with everyone. We used to have little events where our clan would like get together and we would just do shit and just hang out, and we were like, whether we were like fishing or like doing mini games as a group or whatever. But there was this one girl who was also a member of the same clan chat, and she would show up to these events every now and again, and I would also show up every now and again. I didn't show up to the events as much as everybody else did, but I would on occasion every so often. So from the few times we'd hung out and just talking in the French chat and all that stuff, there was this girl, and she seemed like a pretty cool girl when like talked to her, and I got along with her pretty well and all that good stuff. She was also Canadian. She also had 99 thieving, and she liked thieving so much she was like training thieving even after having 99, and I think she had like 20 million thieving experience or something like that. At the time, I myself was also going for 99 thieving, and pretty much everyone in this clan chat would hang out in the same world. So I would run into her every now and again at Pyramid Plunder, and when I would see her, I would just give her a nice little friendly hello. So one day, we got together for an event and all that stuff, and this girl, she just started to follow me, and she didn't stop following me. Like, I would walk around, and she would just follow me the entire time. So I did what any respectable young man would do, and followed her back. So we would initiate the what we call the Runescape dance, and I'm sure most of you know what that is. So if you know what that is, it's like the most intimate shit you can ever possibly do in this fucking game with another person. It's literally where like you follow someone and then they follow you back, and you just like walk around in fucking circles. Well, I guess technically squares, since you can't really walk around in circles in this game since everything's a little square based and all that stuff. But well, yeah, that's what happened. So I had her on my friends list already, but we didn't really talk too much outside of the clan chat other than the hellos we exchanged during like when we would run into each other at Pyramid Plunder and stuff. And so in this clan, it was like a majority guys. I mean, in RuneScape period, it's a majority guys. I think like we had probably like 30, 40 people in this clan chat at a time, and maybe like one or two of them were girls. And the fact that, this one girl was giving me attention out of all these other 30 or 40 guys was, piqued my interest a little bit. So I started asking her for advice on thieving, even though I knew exactly what I was doing because I was like really efficient with everything that I did in this game when I, first started out. Now that I'm on old school, I don't really care about being efficient. I'm just more trying to keep it relaxed and actually trying to enjoy my time playing this time instead of, being like super efficient and all that stuff. So, but again, digress. I have ADHD, so I kind of, go off topic sometimes, but back on topic. So I would ask her advice on shit for thieving, just for an excuse to talk to her. And the days that followed the event after she had followed me and pretty much expressed her love for me by engaging in RuneScape dance with me, we just talked more and more to the point where we would talk for like 5 hours straight with just like no pauses. Like, it was crazy the amount that we could actually talk to each other and keep each other engaged in conversation and all that stuff. So it was really odd for me because I was starting to develop feelings for someone I had never even met face to face, or I had no clue what this girl even looked like. But I didn't even know it was possible, but apparently it was. And eventually I kind of tried and failed to beat around the bush and tried to nonchalantly ask her about how she felt about online dating. Apparently I wasn't very discreet about it because not only did she know what I was doing, she also took it as me asking her to be her girl, or to be my girlfriend, which she said she would love to. And I know I'm going to get judged for having an online girlfriend and all that stuff. I'm sure like 90% of you when you were like 14, 15, whatever, probably tried or had one, Don't lie, it's true. Just, we all did it. It's whatever. We, past is the past. We move on. So, but, the worst part is I am so bad with women, whether it be online or in real life. You'd think they'd be different, but, like, it's really not. It's the exact same thing. RuneScape used to be my life, so, like, I would be on RuneScape fucking 10 hours a day, so it was only right that, I had a girlfriend on the game that I, spent most of my life on. But now that I've grown up and, I haven't played RuneScape as much as I used to, I've moved away from the idea of having an online girlfriend. It doesn't seem, like, I'm not judging anybody that does that themselves. It's, it's your prerogative, that's your, whatever you want to do, but I personally couldn't see myself ever doing it again because it's just not something that, I would be into anymore. I've had my experiences with girls in real life, and like I would do the same like shit with them that I would do in real life, but things seemed good with this girl. I liked talking to her, and she seemed to like talking to me. We would tell each other we loved each other, which, obviously, me being 15, I thought fucking somebody loving somebody was tagging them on the head a little bit harder when we played Duck, Duck, Goose. I thought that's what love was back then. After a couple, weeks of talking, she started to seem sort of standoffish on me, and this was before I had learned, the power of giving women their space and, allowing them to come and talk to you instead of, if they seem like they don't want to talk to you, to talk and talk and talk even more to the point where you push them away completely. And that's how women work. You have to be able to know when to give them their space and all that stuff. But it's, doing the takeaway, the stand back, giving them space. It's a powerful fucking thing. That's one of the best things I've ever learned as far as like talking to women in general. And I'm glad, now that it took me until the age of 23 to figure that out. So, if you haven't figured that out yet, then, there's nothing wrong with that because it took me 23 fucking years to figure it out. Here I fucking am, giving relationship advice on a video about a RuneScape girlfriend, but there's a lesson in everything, I swear. But anyways, back on topic, I kept pushing her and, suffocating her to try and get to talk to me like we used to because I enjoyed so much when we would talk for, hours on end, even though it was a giant fucking XP waste. And unfortunately, I became clingy, and becoming clingy with a female is like fucking toxic to them. Once a girl deems you as clingy, it's game over from there. Like, there is no coming back after that. I mean, there's a shot, but it's a very small shot, and the only way you're gonna get away from being clingy is if you do not, if you cut off all contact with that girl for months, and then she finally comes around and is like, oh, I'm just kidding, I fucked up, I love you, da da da, which, usually doesn't happen in the first place. So it's a hard way coming back from when you're deemed clingy. So one day, we was just chatting, and I could tell that she didn't really want to talk to me. And I could tell that, she was kind of being weird toward me, so I went to get offline, and I told her that I loved her, as I always did, every day, and she would not say it back. And I asked her, I was like, is there a reason you're not saying it back? And she said, yeah, I don't think I love you anymore. And I was so heartbroken. Who would have thought somebody who I've never had any physical contact with whatsoever could, make me feel so heartbroken. But then again, being 14, 15, however the fuck old I was, heartbroken, I was just, whatever, I would be heartbroken if fucking somebody, if the internet kicked off, back then, the internet was off, I was just devastated because I couldn't play RuneScape. I was surprised at how upset I could get over someone, that I had never met in real life before, and, it was crazy, but since then, we've chatted on occasion, every now and again, but she eventually quit RuneScape, and, it's 2 years down the line, I actually did get to see what she looked like in real life, and surprisingly, she was actually pretty attractive for, a girl who plays RuneScape. You would think that all these girls who play RuneScape would be, nerdy and not very attractive, but surprisingly enough, the majority of the girls that I've met that play this game are actually relatively attractive, and it's, it blew my mind, every time I've, seen what they look like and stuff like that, it's just they're all not bad looking. But, yeah, that is my story of my first RuneScape girlfriend. If she somehow watches the video, she's gonna know this is about her, but, I'll probably get some shit for it. But, hey, that's the risk I take for your guys' entertainment because I love you guys that much. And, if she does somehow, click on this video and knows it's about me, you know where to hit me up, sweet cheeks, log out on RuneScape. Yeah. Wink, wink. Just kidding. Yeah. But like I said, that is my story. Hope you guys enjoyed that little story. It was something that I was thinking about, and I was like, you know what? I really want to try to share this with you guys and see if you guys would enjoy it. So, yeah. That's it. Have a good one.